Africa. A land of promise. A land of many opportunities and possibilities. In the face of daunting challenges, arise stories of passion, dedication, and patriotism. These are the stories of young, passionate Africans who are changing lives and charting a new course for Africa, the future of Africa. Stories of hope and love for Africa and Africans. It's a new dawn. This is Project Africa.
Africa is the world's most youthful continent, with approximately 200 million youth between the ages 15 and 24. Africa's young people are our future leaders and will be the driving force behind sustainable growth across the continent. Education is the foundation for success and growth. It plays a vital role in shaping tomorrow's leaders. It is a tool used in the contemporary world to succeed. While there is much reason to celebrate the progress of education in Africa, there are indicators that show the deeper learning crisis that needs to be addressed. Quality education as a component of Sustainable Development Goals. The United Nations asserted that access to education does not mean quality of education. Therefore, it is necessary to have summer school for school children in order to help attain quality education for students. This is because most students who have access to schools may not be adequately taught based on a limitation of the school, or the students are not learning enough. After-school learning programs have the potential to help children and youth improve their academics and other outcomes. This is especially true for children from low-income families who might not have access to educational resources, and for low-achieving students who need additional time to master academic content. However, after-school learning programs are often an afterthought of school districts or not offered at all, especially in restrictive funding environments. In the Republic of Congo, school is compulsory from age 6 to 16. Along with healthcare, education is one of the sectors that the Congolese government has identified as a priority. However, despite its efforts, the results are not yet satisfactory. Some of the challenges that the country faces in the educational sector are the underdevelopment of pre-primary opportunities, as well as high repetition rates and large number of students per class in primary schools. Moreover, the quality of primary education is inadequate. Only 60% of children attend secondary school and higher institution. Vocational education needs to be enhanced to better respond to market needs.
When we talk about education, when you don't have a lot of materials, it is so difficult to students to go ahead, because we haven't a lot of library in our country. This is what they are facing, and if we could have a lot of materials that will permit them to go ahead, because more precisely, teaching a foreign language require materials, books, and also why not having also computer science, because it is so important for them to maybe try to make researches. But some schools, okay, often educate them well. It is the problem of teachers. If today you meet, for example, a good teacher, okay, at school, you will see that your pupils will go ahead. This is the case that I'm talking. In my school, I do my best, okay, to teach them, to help them understand English. And right now I can say that they improve their level.
This is Project Africa.
The Future Africa Leaders Foundation is a non-governmental organization that identifies, celebrates, and supports young leaders in Africa who have demonstrated outstanding and exemplary leadership qualities in different areas by solving peculiar challenges and positively affecting communities in Africa. Samuel Miradi Kamwaka, a dynamic youth leader from the French-speaking country of Congo-Brazzaville, is a recipient of the Future Africa Leaders Awards. He supports secondary school students by organizing weekend lessons for them on core subjects. These weekend lessons have given these students the opportunity to explore beyond the scope of their usual learning, thereby increasing their productivity.
In Congo, young people are encouraged in their young age to start with school and go to school. They're encouraged by their parents to join school, but when they arrive in secondary stage, they used to drop out of school because of some problems like financing problems. The parents are unable to finance them to go to school so that they can study. So they find it difficult for them to go into school because they are unable to pay their school fees. And some used to go and get jobs so that they can pay school fees, and they find themselves they concentrate from school. And the second reason is not enough books, materials, reading materials, so that they can learn more in what they are doing. They don't have enough materials, and they are not able to be concentrated to learn more about what they are studying. And the third about it is strike. There is a lot of strike when the year start, the academic year start. There are a lot of strike in the year, maybe 2, 3, because of lack of payment of teachers. They used to stop, and they are taking much time at home. So when they take much time at home, they are out of the course, and they are not able to be concentrated. They don't think about school again. Some of them go and join some jobs, and when they start those jobs, they don't want to go out of school because they are gaining some money. They say, okay, school for me is okay here because I'm doing something, I'm taking my money, I don't want to study again. Those are the challenges, the most challenging that we face in Congo about the studies or about school. After the strike, when they resume school, students are enabled to catch up because there are a lot of subjects teachers are supposed to teach them, because teachers received instruction by the principal because of the time that strike have taken already. So they must finish with the academic year, and teachers receive instruction by the principal so that they should teach those subjects in few time so that they cannot affect the year to come, the academic year to come. And students, they will find up with a lot of subjects that they are supposed to read or to learn in a few times, and they don't come out with good results at the end. To solve this problem, I find the Success Club, which concern gathering students and teaching them some topics which are very important in school, because here in Congo there are some topics, some subjects we have noticed that young people don't catch up very easily because of those problems like physics, math, and English. English because they think that English is not their language, so they don't have to learn it. This is the mindset of young people here in Congo. The Success Club was helping them to improve not only their result in English, but it will help them also for their future if they want to go even abroad, if they want to do something with their future or something out of the country. And also mathematics and physics has a lot of mark, because in studying subjects in Congo, they are what they call critical subjects, and those critical subjects are mathematics and physics. So mathematics, physics, and English are those subjects that I think to teach freely with Success Club. In Success Club, I am not just the one teaching mathematics, but we have also teachers who teach English, like Mr. Cedric is the one taking English. So when they come to Success Club, they find the three subjects that we teach them so that they can improve and they can learn something. We can add some knowledge to what they have learned in school, or they were enabled to learn in that time in school, so that they can catch it and it can improve their result in school. And we have reached, we started reaching 1 to 3 secondary school where we talk about that initiative, and to the principal, like I said, and people and young people responded. We started by those three clubs. They are not consistent. They are coming 3, 5, and when they were seeing that those who were coming to the Success Club were really improving in those subjects like mathematics, physics, those ones was going and informing their friend to come, and we were having many of them coming. And when we had it, we reached out again to 2 secondary schools, which made 5, and we were able to impact over 100 successfully. Of them was having good result in the school, and principal also was happy to see those results coming up with the school, and children and young people were in those schools were doing great things, were improving in those subjects that were teaching, were mostly English, mathematics, and physics.
Samuel has reached over 500 young people in his community. He has unleashed the potentials in them and has prepared them for the future ahead.
Vraiment, je voulais dire merci.
I want to say thank you to Samuel
de tout ce qu'il nous apprend.
for all he's teaching us. For all he's teaching us, I have learned and I have improved. I want to thank him, and God do big things in his life.
First of all, I'm going to thank my teacher for what he did for us. He's a good teacher, he's nice, for knowledge that he gave us in order to be intelligent. He gave us things about mathematics, which is equations, how to resolve equations, and how to conjugate in English auxiliary verb. And we did just one auxiliary verb, which is to be. And I really thank him, and I will keep on with learning English.
Before I came to this club, my level was very down, that I couldn't understand even dialogue in English, even to resolve exercise in mathematics. But since I came here, I have learned a lot of things because of this club. They have teach us how to talk with people in English, even how to resolve exercise in mathematics. We have learned movement in physics. Before, my parents did not have a lot of finance to send me to the club so that I can learn. But before, since I came here, my level has changed. For example, this year I was the 4th in my school because of this club. The project and the initiative of Successful was a result, and it was a success. And I'm very happy with that initiative, the way we work, and I'm grateful for all the person that work with me about the Success Club. And I want to encourage young people to continue their studies and to keep on learning, even if there's some difficulty, and so that they can finish what they're studying and help also the country. I want to encourage them, wherever they are in Africa, they have to study hard. Even if they don't have books, even if they don't have, they can go to internet, they can study so that they can have some maximum knowledge. Also, when they have the knowledge, they can also help others. That's why I want to encourage everyone, or young people in Africa, to study well what they are doing so that they can help also others.
This is Project Africa.
Over the last decade, Nigeria's exponential growth in population has put immense pressure on the country's resources and an already overstretched public services and infrastructure. With children under 15 years of age accounting for about 45% of the country's population, the burden on education and other sectors have become overwhelming. This situation is being addressed by current efforts of the Nigerian government with the implementation of the Basic Education Scheme. The Compulsory Free Universal Basic Education (UBE) Act was passed into law in 2004 and represents the government's strategy to fight illiteracy and extend basic education opportunities to all children in the country. However, the number of schools, facilities, and teachers available for basic education remain inadequate for the eligible number of children and youths. Under these conditions, teaching and learning cannot be effective. Tosin Ogumodi, a vibrant Nigerian youth leader and also recipient of the Future Africa Leaders Awards, is focused on giving both primary and secondary school students and also young teenagers who are school dropouts the opportunity to take classes that might not otherwise be available to them, and also the opportunity to pursue their personal and academic interests by organizing after-school classes in 2 different communities in Jos Metropolis of Nigeria.
The summer period for children is a period that should be tapped into to help to build them, to help to equip them, and to help to cover the lapses, to help to make a bridge, as it were, in their education, in the things that they probably didn't learn well, the things that they didn't do well while in school. So that period ought to be explored, but in part of the world, especially in this part of the world, you realize government schools just go on break and that's the end, and they are even saying you cannot even use our facility for summer lesson, and because we just have to go on break, and then they keep the children home for months. At that point, I saw that I could actually do something about the whole situation that's problematic within this community. So in 2013, I went out to the schools around. I met them. I asked them if they could give opportunity for me to organize something for the children, for me to get them engaged academically, for me to teach them. I was able to get just 2 places, 2 centers. One was at Rousseau Village. It's a government school, a government primary school. I also got Anointed Private School. The center, the proprietor said they weren't planning anything, they were going to be going on. So when I got these 2 places, I came and I started the summer school. That was what started the summer school. I got the 2 places, decided to reach out to children of students of all categories, both primary, nursery, primary, secondary, and getting my colleagues together. I spoke with several of them, several of my friends who weren't so much engaged at the moment, and we came together and then we started the summer school in the 2 centers. In fact, by 2014, we had summer school in 3 centers. And over the years, we've had a lot of challenges. You know, when we come, there's a change in the school management, but it's been going on, and we've been reaching out to students of all categories. Some of our students have even graduated SSC. Some of them are even in the university currently.
The summer classes has helped the children to not to forget what they have learned, and they are doing their best. Thank God for us in Anointed Private School for the summer coaches every year, and I appreciate Uncle Tosin for his efforts and energy he puts into the summer classes every year. Thank God that even the response, because of what the children gains, and the parents recognize that, they put their children to the summer class, and they are doing well. They are doing well in the nursery session, they are doing well in the primary session, and the nursery sessions I thank God even for the number that turn up, and for the primary session too. Here and there, parents are giving testimony, and they are always looking forward for summer classes to take place every year. We thank God for the support and He is giving.
At certain times, we've been able to do some vocational training for them. We taught them things that they could do, things that could improve them, and we also exposed them to the world. Before we met them, they are people that are not inspired, not bold, people who are not courageous. I can give several of their names. You see these ones, they can't even stand, they can't even express themselves boldly. And within the shortest period of time that we have them for the summer, oftentimes just 4 to 5 weeks, 5 weeks intensive teaching, we see a lot of transformation. One of our students, Suliat, she's been with us since we started, and now she's in SS3, and I know that she can only get better. She can only get better.
This lesson has impacted a lot in me. That's both educationally, spiritually, and mentally. And then a lot of things I can't do before, which I have been able to do now, is that before I don't have the courage and the confidence to stand in front of people. But through this lesson, I've learned a lot, most especially from Uncle Tosin, Miss Linda, Mr. Femi, Miss Praise. I want to give my thanks to Uncle Tosin, Aunt Linda, and Mr. Young for helping me throughout these lessons. They have taught me a lot, and also to impact more knowledge on the people around, because during the summer school lessons, we don't have lessons to go to, and instead we wander at home playing around, but with the help of the lesson we are able to gain more. That's why I'm giving my special thanks to him.
I want to say how this lesson has benefited me, because I've learned a lot of things in this lesson. I've learned a lot of things. I've known how to speak in public with people. I want to send my thanks to Uncle Tosin, Uncle Young, and all of them who has helped us in teaching binary numbers, English, and most of things, basic science, physical environment.
I have 2 kids in this summer lesson, and I really noticed that the children are really improving due to the summer lesson. They have really improved in the sense that they always do their homework on time. You don't see them roaming up and down. They are always serious, doing one thing or the other. And the way they speak has really, really improved. So I really want to thank God, and I really want to appreciate the organizer, that's Uncle Tosin, for organizing this summer lesson. Because we all know the way the town or the country is. Everything is so expensive that even in where my children are schooling, lesson there, the summer lesson there is 3,000 naira per child, but he organized the lesson free of charge. So I really, really want to thank him for organizing this lesson, and may God bless him in Jesus' name.
Many families cannot afford the associated cost of sending their children to school, such as uniforms, textbooks, extracurricular school activities, and more. Tosin, who is committed to seeing young children off the streets and back to school, distributed free school uniforms to pupils in one of the primary schools in his community. He also provided tables and chairs to another primary school in another community, making the classroom more conducive for learning.
It's a new dawn. This is Project Africa.
These amazing young youth leaders are devoting their time and resources to solving problems affecting the academic life of young Africans in their communities. And by these, they have successfully kept students in an active state of learning, occupied and out of trouble, and avoiding time wastage. They have reached out and impacted the lives of several young Africans by helping them acquire more knowledge and giving them a reason to dream again. Samuel Miradi Kamwaka and Tosin Ogumadi are both winners of the Future Africa Leaders Awards. This is an award given by Reverend Dr. Chris Ayakilome through the Future Africa Leaders Foundation every year to celebrate and support these young African leaders who are making great impact in their societies and Africa at large. It is easier to build strong children than repair broken adults. Join us today to secure a brighter future for our children and youths. For more information on how to partner with us, kindly visit our website at www.futureafricaleadersfoundation.org or call these numbers for more details. Future Africa Leaders Foundation, impacting Africa. Africa is the world's most youthful continent with approximately 200 million youth between the ages of 15 and 24. Africa's young people are our future leaders and will be the driving force behind sustainable growth across the continent. That is why we must do all we can to inspire, develop, and empower them for a greater future.
The immediate community I'm working with is Mukuru area also, most of which are very, very poor people. And most of these young children, you'll find out that they would rather leave home and go and live on the street and actually just stay in school. So that's why we initiated the project Off the Streets and Back to School project. And this was majorly to take these children off the street and actually educate them.
The Future Africa Leaders Foundation is an initiative aimed at exploring and expanding the leadership potential in Africa and for Africa. Within the past 5 years, we have identified, recognized, and empowered young Africans from over 25 African countries who have demonstrated exemplary leadership by impacting their generation positively through education, youth empowerment, and mentoring programs, community development programs, and also medical outreaches.
And I call on you to encourage young people in Africa. Put your money into it. Let's increase what we're doing for them. Let's increase the encouragement. And I'm sure you'll be very glad we did it, because whatever they're doing today is for the future of us all.
Join us today as we reach and empower more young people across Africa to bring Africa into the future of our dreams. You can be a part of this by sponsoring the Future Africa Leaders Foundation conferences and summits in African countries, sponsoring a youth project in Africa, sponsoring the Project Africa television series. For more information, please visit our website at www.futureafricaleadersfoundation.org. You can also reach us by calling the numbers now displayed on the screen. You can also give now by clicking on the donate button on our website. Future Africa Leaders Foundation, impacting Africa.